I got a hunch that once we go on ahead, there's no turning back.
A hunch.
Yeah.
That's it?
A hunch it is, then.
Okay, so it seems like this is the game officially telling me that I can't go back from here. So I guess the next laser is probably the last one.
It's moving.
Whoa. So there you go, there is the Colossus Vegnagun waiting at the end of the road. And that is pretty much the last series of boss battles that we're going to have, so... I've got to know, is there a save sphere here? It does not look like there is one, so... I guess I'll have to backtrack quickly. I think I'm done with random encounters as well. Don't feel like having any more of those. Okay. So apologies if you wanted to see how to do the music mini games. Honestly, I'm sure there's plenty of walkthroughs where they've definitely done that instead of doing what I did. But as you guys know, especially for Final Fantasy X-2, I've always wanted to do things my own way. So that's how I've decided to do it. Okay, so what I will do is board the airship one last time, and again do this whole like looking around for cutscenes business, and if it really doesn't work, I must have misread the whole "you can still get cutscenes here" business. I'm sure there was. Last time I never visited the engine room. I could swear if you had over 70% completion, you got to have a cutscene.
What are you looking at?
Farplane data. The more I study it, the more fascinating it gets. There's limitless energy swirling around in there.
Limitless energy.
The life force that flows through our planet, I think. With a little work, we could probably extract the energy into usable form.
Sweet!
Of course, that'd take generations.
That's no fun!
Well, still, it is something worth shooting for.
Think how much Spira would change if we ever got it to work. Maybe one day we could build a city full of light, one that never sleeps.
No doubt about it.
Just imagine. But I'll never get to see it, will I?
Shinra! Don't make Yuna sad!
Right, my bad.
Okay, so we did get a cutscene. Honestly, the one person I didn't talk to was Shinra, so I managed to...
My last...
Okay. So yeah, limitless energy in the far plane. Honestly, I would imagine really bad shit would happen if people started to harvest that energy, based on what we've seen in Spira and what we know of kind of humanity, even in our own world. That sounds like a bad idea, Shinra. You should just leave that energy alone. It's probably there for a reason. Yeah, and then we'll, you know, have all of these Machina cities, and then we'll get fucked up by a new incarnation of sin, right? That sounds good. That's a good point. I guess Vegnagun is on the far plane, or in the far plane, so that kind of makes sense. Okay, I'm not sure. I mean, I think that's probably the only cutscene I can get. As far as I know, if I had over 80% completion, I could get another one, but obviously I don't, so as far as I know, that was the only little thing that I could get. If there was more, I apologise, and I'm sure someone can tell you what else you can get here, but that was all I managed to extract.
Choose your route. Buckle up, Gull Wings!
Okay. So that little mini cutscene done. It's back here again. Well, I'm assuming since I've already defeated the bosses, I don't have to do it again, so it should be a clear route through to the end. Except for these stupid electrical things. And not even the lasers this time. Interesting. So here we are. After about 30 hours, it's time for the final boss battles, containing our old friend Vegnagun. I mean, it seems like it's taken actually quite a similar amount to... oh shit, did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it feels like it's taken a similar amount of time to Final Fantasy X. 30 hours. I think that's pretty good going. And I feel like I've seen almost everything that I've wanted to see. I mean, off the top of my head, the biggest thing that I feel like I've missed is the resting scenes, and that would only have taken an extra 5 to 10 minutes at the most. So that's kind of the main thing that's in my head. What else? Obviously I haven't done the V Infinito, but I mean I'm talking about in terms of main story before kind of the main final boss battle. I think I've done pretty much everything I personally wanted to do. There's not too much else I feel like I'm missing. Gipple's Sphere obviously is another one, but honestly that mini game, in order to get it, it just seemed way too long and just didn't interest me at all. So for me, for the playthrough anyway, it was a necessary sacrifice. I can always watch Gipple's Sphere somewhere else. Well, I've seen it already, but I mean I could have always done that anyway, so I'm not too concerned. So level 50-ish. I think that's pretty good going too. And I guess this will now become my final save that I can head off and start the V Infinito with. And it's not too bad because Yuna's got some progress as a Dark Knight now, so that's good. I mean, there's still a lot to learn, but it should be okay. Right. I guess Valiant Luster can probably stay, but then again I'm thinking there's got to be some status element type things happening around here. So I would quite like to be slow proof and stop proof for a boss battle. Honestly, I haven't faced Vegnagun in a very long time. I have no idea what to expect. I've forgotten completely. I know that it's a series of kind of mini boss battles, and they get harder and harder as it goes on, but in terms of what they can do and what kind of attacks they have, honestly, I have no idea. I feel like I should take care of petrification. Because she doesn't have a lot of Rikku doesn't have any status element protection, so I kind of feel like someone needs smooth sailing, but that'll probably help. Yeah, I think Paine will be fine. She can continue to be the powerhouse. And I've got enough items, I don't need her to be on any kind of other grid. Oh yeah, I got this earlier. Immortal Soul. Curaga. Yeah, not that important. I mean, having auto life is cool. It really is, but I guess, could I get the Berserker onto this? Not Berserker, Alchemist. If the Alchemist also knew auto life, that would make it pretty awesome. Even though I assume it would take up a shitload of MP, which the Alchemist doesn't really have, so it might be a waste if she doesn't have enough MP to use auto life anyway. I guess I'll head in like this, and if things don't work out, then I can always regroup and see what else I can do. Okay. But honestly, Sin would take this thing out like no one's business. I'm pretty sure of that. Well, because at the end of the day, it's not going to be a spoiler that we're eventually going to have to defeat Vegnagun in this playthrough. So if, you know, Yuna, Rikku and Paine can do it, I'm pretty sure Sin could take it out. Oh shit, Nooj is there. And I guess Barrel Eye is the one that's currently possessed, so he's probably inside Vegnagun, being possessed by Shuyin and trying to activate it or something. Okay, let's do this.
Both Barrel Eye and Vegnagun belong to him now.
Shuyin.
I have a plan. Can't call it a smart one, though.
What's that?
He acts through another's body. Stop the body, and you stop him. I'll shoot Barrel Eye.
No.
His body will be useless, but if we're lucky, he won't die. Shuyin will abandon Barrel Eye, and then he'll come back for me.
What then?
I will die. My body has already been rigged. I'm taking Shuyin with me.
Nooj.
But you're our captain.
Exactly.
I don't like your plan. It sucks. Your plan is awful. Think about it. It's no different than what we did 2 years ago. We destroyed our own allies. We destroyed the Aeons who had fought together with us at our side. We didn't have a choice then. We believed that was the only way we could save Spira. Do you know what it felt like to watch them die? Right before my eyes. It was the only thing we could do. It was the only choice we had. I gave in, I accepted, I believed. I allowed it to be true. I thought I'd be able to go through with it without ever doubting myself. But it hurt so much.
Forgive us.
Everyone was so happy. Great job, Yuna. You did it. You saved us all. There were too many smiles to count. And I know that I was smiling too. But now, when I look back, the people who should be here aren't. The ones who should be smiling with me aren't here.
We had no choice.
We had no choice. Always we had no choice. Those are our magic words. We repeat them to ourselves again and again, but you know, the magic never worked. The only thing we're left with is regret.
Yuna, I'm sorry.
No. I don't want this anymore. I don't want friends to die, or fade away. I don't want battles where we have to lose in order to win. Nooj, I know that what you say is what you mean to do. Give me your resolve. Believe in Yuna.
So you have a plan.
Light?
That's plan B. But before that... Hey, Rikku. No matter how monstrous it looks, Vegnagun is still just a machina. So we can take it apart, right?
Yeah, maybe?
You never used to be the think before you act type. What gives?
LeBlanc?
And I never was the wait like a good girl type, isn't that right, Nooj?
Vegnagun can be destroyed. Apsipaza, you better believe it. Wanna know why?
'Cause people built it.
Right! Everyone? It looks like we can stop that thing after all.
Now it's pissed!
Witless little widget, isn't it?
What about Shuyin?
Plan B.
Oh?
Love.
Rupo.
The ultimate illusion.
It'll work. I've come this far to bring Len's feelings to Shuyin. I'm not stopping now.
The power of love conquers all. So romantic. Count me in.
Look!
Ha! It's just bluffing.
This relic's getting rusty.
Yuna, you have your friends.
If we all attack at once, we can do this. We need to split up.
Leave the legs to us.
We've got the torso.
Guess that leaves the tail.
Okay, let's go!
See you later.
Yeah, so all rallied up and ready to go. I do like that scene, the way everyone kind of came together in the end. And again, Yuna I think she's done the right thing here. And I guess the developers are letting you know from the start that this isn't going to be the same bittersweet ending as Final Fantasy X, because in Final Fantasy X they built you up to know that, you know, you are going to have to sacrifice you know, something in order to defeat sin. But Yuna's saying I've had enough of that. I'm tired of losing to win, as it were, like she said. So we're going for a different strategy this time, and we're going to try and keep everyone alive here. But Nooj's plan was absolutely ridiculous when you think about it. I mean, honestly. Yeah, you can tell it's going to use that sweeping attack quite often. So yeah, back to Nooj's plan. I mean,
Ready? Let's kick some tail.
You're on.
when you think
Don't be
about
afraid,
it,
Yuna. Your friends are your strength.
I do like this these little quotes that we can hear from some of our favourite people. But what I don't like is the amount of punishment we're taking already. But yeah, from what we can understand, you know, this business has all come out of Shuyin's despair, right? And it's just a collection of fireflies when you really get down to it. So, in that case, how does killing the host help? If he's just a bunch of fireflies, he can just you know, find a new bunch of people. So, honestly, the whole killing the host business doesn't really make sense when you're dealing with just a bunch of feelings that are manifesting in fireflies. So, I don't know. So that's why I definitely like Yuna's plan better. Because when you get down to it, like I've said, it's all just a bunch of feelings. So if we can somehow conquer Shuyin's despair and his hate, then maybe we'll be able to somehow get him to finally rest in peace somehow. And honestly, that seems like the only really feasible way to stop him at this point, because we can't really physically do anything to him, from what I can understand. But yeah, we're okay. The tail's not too bad so far. Noli Mitangle. Does that mean anything in any language? I wonder. I have no idea. I only know 2 languages, and it doesn't mean anything in either of those, so...
If you can't even stop the tail, forget about the rest.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like him. I'm pretty sure that's meant to be Oren, right? But again, it sounds a little bit off. I guess they did bring them in just for like 5 quotes each, so it kind of makes sense. They couldn't really get into their stride.
We're not done yet.
Okay, that's the tail. No drama there. But I assume it's going to get more difficult. And does this thing only have 1 tail?